So this guy called Asenishi, a very humble and respectful guy. Back in the days in law school, he used to have a girlfriend called Mimi. They love themselves very, very well. The only person they always see him with is Mimi until they graduate and things change. Asenishi met Asibi and he fell in love with her. Why? Because him and Mimi, they were not living in the same place. So Asenishi moved to another place. That is when he met Asibi and he fell in love with her and he married her immediately. Everything was going well. They were so in love with themselves. Things were going well. They almost do everything together. Both of them are loyal. And Asibi is more popular, the wife, because she has never lost a case before. So one day, Asinishi went to a friend's party and he saw Mimi. They were happy. They were drunk. And one or two things happened. They smashed. And Asibi get to hear that. And guess what? Asibi forgive Asinishi because she loved him so much. And she knows that he did that because he was drunk. He did not do it intentionally, so she let that pass. So things was going normal with them. They were all happy. Everything is fine. Asinishi will cook for Asibi. He will surprise her with different gifts and all that. Things was going smoothly. Until one day, Asibi tell Asinishi that her younger sister, which is Koyin, is coming to stay with them for 2 weeks. But Asinishi is fine with it because he knows Koyin very well. As a younger sister to his wife, they were all okay with each other. So he welcomed her very, very, very normal. Before you know it, the next day, Koyin arrived. And she was hugging the sister husband so tight. But the sister husband, was not taking it anyway because he knows that in-laws play with themselves, sometimes like that. So he was okay with that. Everything was fine. So after 2 days, Asibi have to travel to Abuja for a walk. And she pleaded with Koyin to please take care of her husband, to always cook for him and do some kind of things for him, some house choices and all that. And Koyin promised that she's going to do all that for her husband, for her sister husband, until she returns. So Koyin has been cleaning, she has been cooking for her sister's husband, everything was going cool. But in Mimi's mind, something is really going on. She's not just doing it because Asinishi is her sister's husband. She also have her own eyes on him. Wait, before I forget this, Asinishi is actually a very handsome guy, a very cute guy that ladies, a lot of girls always admire him because of his fine, cute looking face, So, because Koyin has been doing all these things in the house, so sometimes if Asinishi went to work or go out to see his friends, on his way coming back, he'll branch boutique and buy Koyin some dresses, some clothes, so that because at least to appreciate her, you understand. But Koyin take his kindness for something else. She thought he has a feelings for her as well. So sometime in the morning, if she cook, she come to his room to inform him that the food is ready. She will not even knock. She will just walk in. That was the day she almost caught him naked. But thank God, he was a little bit covered. Though she apologized. And he said, it's fine. Everything is fine. They were all cool, So the next day, Koyin did not come out from her room. She was all indoor. So Asinishi noticed her absence and he went to her room to ask her what's going on. Why is she indoor all day? And she said she was just bored and she don't want to go out. So he insisted that she should come downstairs so that they can watch movie together. She said no, she don't want to go. And he forced her to come to the living room so that they can watch movie together, So when they were watching movie, then something terrible happened. Koyin started making a move to him. Then he warned her not to ever try that kind of things again. That he was just being an in-law. He's just being kind to her, not like he has any other things, any other feelings for her. But she insisted that he have to touch her, you have to do this, do that. Then he got angry and left the living room to his own room. Then she was kind of scared that maybe the husband is going to tell his wife that this is what the younger sister was doing. So she was looking for a plan, a way to blackmail him, to put the blame on him before he will even tell her. She need to kind of like beat her head. She want to be the first person to inform the wife when she returns. Then before you know it, the wife come back. And when she come back, she met Koyin clothes already tear pieces and she was crying, looking so hot. And she was so worried. What's going on? Why are you looking like this? What happened to you? And she was telling her that her husband forced himself into her. He raped her. He do this, do that. He beat her up and all that. The wife was so furious. She was so angry. But she was shocked because she know her husband can't do that kind of things because she know how calm and humble the guy is. So how comes? What happened to him? But Koyin insisted that her husband always make a move to her, but she's the one that is stepping aside. Though before the wife returned back home, the husband actually left the house. So on his way to his friend's place, some guys kind of like blocked him on the road and they were trying to snatch his phone and he refused and they kind of like beat him up, to the extent that he has a black eye. Then he returned back home. Then his wife see the black eye and she kind of like believed her sister. She was like, maybe that's the reason why he has a black eye because he was fighting the sister and she punched him. Meanwhile, it's actually some guys that actually did that to him on the roadside because they wanted to snatch his phone. She was angry. She was quarreling the husband. The husband is trying to let her know that he did not do anything. He did not touch her, but she refused. She did not believe her husband. Asibi mother come to the house and she was very angry. And she insisted that her Asibi must sue her husband to the court because he raped her younger sister, her child, her lastborn. The wife was kind of scared, trying to be sure about all these things that is happening, but they all kind of like push her. They insisted that she have to do that kind of things because she has been fighting for people outside. Now is the time for her to fight for her own younger sister. Though Koin have a doctor that always like her, they have things together to the extent that she have this nude video on her phone. So she threatening the doctor that if he did not make a false report that she was raped and beat, she is going to release his nude picture and they will suspend him as a doctor. The doctor have to make a false report that she was raped. That is one of the things that they used to hold Asineshi in the court. When they went to the court, guess who is representing Asineshi? Mimi, his ex-girlfriend. She's also a lawyer. So she was there to fight for him, because it seems like he doesn't have anybody that is backing him, stuff like that. And now everything was going smoothly. It seems like their team is going well. They were getting some evidence about Mimi because she has some record about what she has been doing in school, how she seduced a lecturer, how she manipulates some things. She even got suspended in school back in the days. So now things was going well. But Asineshi wanted to represent himself this time around because he's also a lawyer and he wanted his voice to be heard in the court. So now he take over the case. He was doing it on his own. But based on the report that comes from the hospital about Koin being raped, they have no choice but to believe Koin that she was the one that is telling the truth. Now, at the end of the case, they sentenced Asineshi to 6 years in prison. Wow. The wife has been worried. She's guilty of her own self, because she sent her husband to jail. She don't know if the man is innocent or actually guilty of what they were accusing him of, So years go by. He spent 3 years in jail. Now, until one day, Mimi, the ex-girlfriend of Asineshi's best friend, she was not feeling fine. So Mimi take her to the hospital. And on that day, she saw Koin threatening the doctor that he have to send her a money. If not, she's going to reveal some secret. For that reason, she was suspecting that something is wrong somewhere. So she was at home with her sister, kind of like pressing their phone, checking their pictures, So she said, okay, she wanted to go grab some water from the kitchen, She left her phone with her elder sister, which is the Asineshi's wife, Asibi. Then doctor sent the money to her account and he sent her a message that she had been threatening him for too long. This time around, she have to end everything. He sent her the 700,000 naira that she demanded, that she need to avoid him, she need to let him be. Then when Koin come back from the kitchen, the wife was asking her, why is the doctor sending you money and he asked you to stop blackmailing him? All that. As CB went to the hospital herself to confront the doctor, then the doctor revealed everything to her. That the rape case that he brought to the court is false. That Koin was never raped, and all those things was because Koin was threatening to reveal some nude video that she has with him. That's the reason why he has no choice but to make that kind of report. Asibi almost fainted because she sent her innocent husband, to jail for over 3 years for something that he did not commit. So Mimi, which is the ex-girlfriend, she went to the family of Asineshi to take her as a family lawyer so that she can stand for Asineshi so that he can regain his freedom, So case go to case, everything goes and reviews, and now Asineshi was free. He returns back home, very free. Asibi could not face her husband. She was so ashamed of herself. She was so devastated. She was so speechless. She don't know what to say. She has been begging him. But guess what? All this while that she's begging, Asineshi has already filed for a divorce. The next thing he do was for him to serve her the divorce paper that he can no longer stay with her because staying with her is like betraying him himself, so he can never try that to himself. So the marriage have to end. She have no choice, but she have to lose her husband because of lack of trust that she does not have for her husband. And this is how their story ends.